Are Kroxigors actually awesome in patch 6.3.1? Let's go back to basics, because this is the heart of the whole spawnkin mechanic. There are many skinks. There are few Kroxigor varieties. This is the base variant. You no longer need a second building for Sacred Kroxigors, so let's go into why you should not forsake the basic bros. Recruited for 1000 gold and 250 upkeep. Very even numbers and 25% more than the source with shields. On Ultra, this gets you 16 entities with 8,160 health. Despite the 510 health per entity, Source easily have more unit health. Armor is 100, no shields whatsoever, a sore point against heavy ranged fire, though missile resistance 15% provides some solace. Leadership is 75, making them strangely reliable in heavy combat, despite being monstrous infantry. Speed 46 and charge speed 78 means they maneuver with the skinks, but get ahead of the pack, so to speak, when charging at the foe. Melee attack begins at 30. I swear this was lore sometime in the past, and it hurt. Attack interval 3.8 is a little faster than standard, medium splash target size, so Blood Knights on down, and max target splash of 4. The Sacred Kroxigors are 3, this is 4. That's a major difference. Melee defense of 32 is surprisingly okay. Weapon strength comes at 100 and split base 30 and armor piercing 70, so while that's not nothing for extra damage against low armored targets, that's still a lot of guaranteed damage. There is a bonus versus infantry of 15 too, so effectively melee attack 45 against ordinary infantry, where Saurus warriors these days are 32 and Saurus spears are 26. These are serious considerations for planning. Charge bonus of 22 is very decent considering the melee attack and mass is 1400. While they can wade through Saurus ranks to a decent extent, they go through Skink ranks like it's nothing, and that can be important. This counts as a siege attacker, even now, can hide in forest, causes fear right out of the gate, has predatory senses just like the Saurus to sniff out hiding opponents, has both primal instincts for under 50% health, fighting prowess, and predatory fighter for boost to melee attack and speed when opponents flee near them, and count as Kroxigors, for the spawnkin mechanic, getting plus 10% weapon strength when skinks are within 35 meters, and an extra bonus for being good Krox later in the tech tree. Oh, the unit is aquatic and will brawl extra viciously in shallow water. It has no special advantages in a forest. That's not its domain, so be careful of that. In the redline skills, Sacred Guardian at 3 pips grants melee attack and defense plus 6, and that's a big deal for getting escape velocity from mere parity with a lot of troops in close combat. Spawnkin, the skill, gives rank 7 and up Kroxigors leadership plus 5, melee defense plus 5, and missile resistance plus 15% for a total of 30%. That's nice. In the tech tree, we visit the Guardian section. Guardian spawning for plus 2 recruit rank. Sequence of hardened scales for armor plus 10 and unit mass plus 10%, so 1400 to 1540. Innate Zeal adds plus 10% speed to Kroxigors and provides enhanced spawnkin, which means an extra plus 5 melee attack with skinks present, and that's units, not characters. Sequence of the Kroxigors raises weapon strength another plus 10% and charge bonus plus 10 flat, so 22 becomes 32. So how do we use Kroxigors? Well, the mechanic makes plain that we should very, very much use Kroxigors with skinks of some kind, and they do not need to be melee. You can use the skirmishers too. Pterodons don't count. I've verified that skink chiefs don't count. The meme would say it's free real estate. This is free melee damage. Take it, just take it. Bottom line is that it's a mistake to see this as a flanking unit, though sometimes it could, but no. Speed 46, even with mild boosting, just isn't enough to get that job done. Their charge speed is much more impressive. What you want to do is layer them over infantry and brawl. Even if that brawling is just plain better against infantry, boost them one way or another, and they'll crush a lot of cavalry as a side hustle. The consistent armor piercing won't hurt at all. Well, it won't hurt you, it'll hurt the enemy plenty. They're higher leadership than trolls can dream of, but have no regeneration, so this is about the damage and the wondrous effects bolstering skink allies. But that's not to say they don't help source quite a bit. It just really helps to have a roving chameleon skink unit or cheeky stalkers hanging around to make enemy disposal go faster. The splash damage and raw armor piercing just greatly adds to what infantry can add alone, and makes it far harder for enemy cavalry, chariots, and single-entity monsters to bully you around. They'll hit limits against serious characters, especially anti-large ones, and dedicated anti-large monsters, but for general work, and especially anti-infantry clearing, they're very good. Indeed, one might say superior to Sacred Kroxigors for battling masses, but only when layered. If it's just Kroxigors and no one else, more focused damage kills enemies faster. This means the ideal role for the Kroxigor, in baseball terms, is the cleanup hitter, the guy who solves problems the big slugger threat hasn't finished off. Kroxigors will get a lot of kills from entities damaged by friendly forces. That works out for everyone. Take care, and have fun being the janitors of the battlefield. It's a dirty job, but the Kroxigors are used to heavy lifting.